walk in class, Miss Green, my teacher, she starts speaking to everybody. Hello, good morning, hello, good morning. She see me, she was like, Kevin. I said, Miss Green. She said, did you let your mother read the note? I said, yes, I did. She said, well, what did your mother say? I took a deep breath, I looked at my friends, I was like, it's about to go down.
What is up, beautiful people? It's your girl, Elodie, and I'm so excited to be here. For those of you that don't know me, I am a content creator here in the 254. I focus in on Instagram and YouTube content. I talk a lot about self-development, motivation, and mental health. At the beginning of this year, 2020, in like Feb-ish, I started a show called Mental Mondays where we take a deep dive into mental health. I feel like there's not enough people talking about it, and with the way digital is moving, the way life is becoming so fast-paced, it's really affecting our mental health negatively, despite it having its pros. And so that was really the inspiration for the IGTV series. On top of that, I also have a merchandise line called Youth Uncultured, and as the name suggests, it's targeted at 90s kids, with the fact that we're very, you always hear those terms when adults are always like, yeah, the youth these days, they're so uncultured, they don't remember where we've come from, and people are always saying that. So I've sort of taken that and turned it into a brand. So a lot of the images are stuff from the 90s, hip-hop culture, cartoons, you have stuff with Ed, and Eddie, Tupac, certain things that only 90s kids would resonate with, such as myself. I love what I do. I love to specialize in marketing, the whole advertising part of it, and of course TikTok, man. I feel like if you're on the internet these days, you gotta move with it. I feel like because I seem so excited and upbeat and full of energy online, I feel like sometimes people think life is a joke when it comes to me. It's just happy and bubbly all the time. But at the end of the day, I'm very, very strict with who I am. So when it comes to my sort of daily routine, I always wake up at around like 6-ish, 6 a.m. In the morning, it is a must. I need to work out. Staying fit, staying healthy is at the core of it all. There's no point in trying to be successful if you can't start with taking care of yourself. In the morning, I also take a lot of time to journal. I journal daily, whether it's gratitude journaling, whether it is what I dreamt about last night journaling, just any sort of reflection I implement every single morning. And then on top of that, I have to take care of my kitten, my baby kitten, Lo-Fi, feed him, cuddle with him, all of that, shower and clean up the house. All of that normally happens before 7:30 hits, so I'm a very early bird. Throughout the day, I normally work on sponsored content if I have any, lots of meetings, perhaps interviews, brainstorming for certain things. I also am a digital marketing specialist, so I have a lot of meetings with external clients when it comes to their content, what they're going to be posting, etc. And then sort of as the day continues, by like 2-3 p.m., my mind shuts down. Don't look for me, don't text me, don't call me. I'm asleep, or I'm turning up, or I'm just chilling at home. My brain is useless by the time 2 p.m. is hitting. In the evening though, I go back to a very strict routine. From around 7-8 p.m., I need to have dinner. I need to do my yoga and my meditations and then my prayer session before I crash. So my day, when it comes to strict rules in my day, a lot of it is focused on my mind, my body, and my soul. As you guys know, I'm going to be talking to you a lot about meditation and this kind of like self-reflection journey that I've been on. And one of the things that I've really been trying to push for you guys to do is to get into the habit of journaling and getting into the habit of doing it as often as possible. When it comes to my content creation, whether it is Mental Mondays, whether it's a TikTok video, whether it is a YouTube video, I have a show coming out called Chops and Drops where we go to high-end restaurants and get a chance to taste the food, the ambiance of the place. So that's dropping actually in a day. So irrespective of what type of content it is, the beginning process I normally have is obviously brainstorming. What am I trying to put out? How does it fit into my brand? How will I add value to whoever is watching that piece of content? So when I brainstorm, I normally brainstorm every 1 to 3 months in advance. This leaves room for any mistakes, days when I'm sleepy. If anything is to go wrong, we're working 1 to 3 months, months in advance. From the brainstorming process, now I go into the actual filming bit of it. So whether I'm working with a videographer, whether I'm filming at home by myself on my phone, there's that sort of process. I prefer not to script. I know some people prefer to script with videos. I just like to maybe have a couple of pointers written down and just flow with it, just vibe. So that's normally the second step. Moving into the third step, of course, is now post-production. So whether it's editing, sometimes I edit my own stuff, sometimes I get an editor, sometimes I'll edit half and then get someone else to color grade, whatever it is. That would essentially be the third step. And then the fourth step, of course, that goes in is posting it and marketing it. Telling my followers that something has gone live, encouraging people to watch it, sharing the link with my followers, and of course family members on WhatsApp. We always need that extra support. So those are essentially the steps for content creation. When it comes to youth and culture, I actually have a team. So I tend to come up with the mood boards. The creative process is really where I have my foot in. I have a team that now works on redesigning things, making it more creative, making it our own. And then from there, we send all of the information to the manufacturer before getting it out. Once again, I do focus in heavily on the marketing. So once we do have all of our hoodies, t-shirts, whatever, I normally rock those now in videos or send them out to friends, PR packages, etc.
It's a hero thing. When you walk into that door, the vibe changes. See?
Okay, I have never been asked what I was like as a kid before, so this is so exciting to sort of like reflect on. I was very chaotic. I think I have too much energy. Something went wrong at some point, and now I have way too much energy. So always running around, very carefree, very bubbly, just kind of doing my own thing. Never really focused in on school. I don't want to say that because then it sounds like I'm telling people like don't focus. No, focus in school. But for me, class was not exactly the area where I excelled. When it came to sports, I was always captain, always making teams. I competed for Kenya in swimming. I played hockey. I was really good at track and field. Anywhere where I could release energy, release creativity, and sort of have an outlet, that's really where I thrived and excelled. On top of that, I was very into drama and acting. People always tell me I have very weird like facial expressions. So I think a lot of that comes from acting. And then music, of course. I taught myself the piano, played guitar for over 15 years. So that was really what my childhood consisted of. Playing instruments, playing games, and running around outside. Sort of entering high school, I remember for my 16th birthday, my mom gave me a laptop. And that was really the beginning of this creative process. I didn't have many friends in school. I've talked about that online. So normally in my free time, if I'm not going for parties, if I'm not meeting up with friends, going for sleepovers, I would spend my time at home online, clicking random buttons. Film a video, upload, click, post it, and just, let's see what happens. And through that, my sort of online presence began to grow. This was also at a time when there were no influencers. Like, I don't even think the top guys online now had social media accounts at that time. That was what, like 8 years ago. And I literally remember, this is such a funny story. I literally remember being in France visiting my family, and I was sitting on the toilet, and I hear like like my phone vibrates. So I was like, what's going on? I'm chilling, and it's a pop-up from YouTube, and it says your video has hit 1,000 views. Oh, we praise the man above. I was so excited. 1,000 views. I've made it in life. I'm successful. I don't need to do anything else. And I remember that split second is really what encouraged me and made me realize like this can actually be something. And from there, I never looked back. Here we are.
Welcome to the Garden of Eden, darling. So today, I'm very excited because I was complaining in my last video about how I didn't have a balcony. But the good thing about where I am is it's a really nice garden, so I thought it would be really dope today to have a picnic without food.
So in the beginning, besides those childhood days when I wanted to be a rock star, I was convinced I was going to be a rock star. Guitar and everything. When I was growing up, I really wanted to be a vet. I love animals. I think it's a problem. On too many occasions, I found stray animals and brought them back to my mother's house. By the time my mom came home and there were like 4 small dogs just wandering around her house. Like, what is going on? So I've always wanted to be a vet. But then I also realized that I'm really bad at science, and you kind of need to be good at science if you're going to be a vet. So I was like, okay, what's next? I think the good thing is by getting into it when I was around 16, 17, that's when we in school are beginning to get introduced to careers and beginning to get the university talks and all of that. And so I didn't necessarily say, I'm going into digital media. I just said, I like making videos. What can we do with these videos? How can you turn videos into money? And for me, that was all I thought it was. The actual term, like digital marketing specialist, I feel like came like a year ago. for me, it's just been make a video and put something in it and make money from it. That's always how my brain has interpreted it. So yeah, I can't really give you like an exact date, but that's like the best I can do. I'll never forget the first paycheck I ever got. I was 17. I had just joined the SIU. I had just moved out. I was staying in a small bed sitter next to the campus, and the check was for 7,000 bob. I will never forget, even the day that the company reached out to me. And the video is actually still up online. It was a terrible video. Don't look for it. But it was basically, I had to advertise their products. I think they did jewelry or something. So I came up with this super crazy, super original idea that I'm going to do a what's in my bag video. Because I'm showing people like what's in my bag. You know, I remove the products and oh, here's another product by them. In terms of what I did with that first paycheck, I don't remember. But in regards to the first actual job I ever got, the first thing I did was I got a belly piercing with my money. Guys, you're talking to an 18-year-old that is in, like, what am I supposed to do? I didn't even understand the concept of managing finances yet. So that was the first thing I did. I got a belly piercing. And my mom never knew. We're going strong.